We'll learn more about the fascinating kits that are used to teach many different branches of science from the Science Source here in Waldoboro in just a moment. But first, have you ever noticed how a major motion picture can be dubbed either a flop or a success just based on how many young people attend in the first few weekends? They're a very important audience, avid consumers of entertainment, food, fashion, and knowledge. And in a very real sense, some of the decisions that they make can affect our future. So where do they learn? Well, on tonight's edition of Made in Maine, we're going to introduce you to some of the businesses that are engaging the mind, the spirit, the body, and the soul of some of our younger citizens. Let's join producer Maureen Duggan. We'll find out how the theatrical tradition is being passed down at the Arundel Barn Playhouse in Arundel.
Once upon a time,
I wish
in a far-off kingdom,
more than anything,
lived a young maiden.
I think any youth program for theater is worthwhile. Any opportunity to give kids a chance to use their imagination or to explore different characters or anything is a help in self-confidence and building character.
The Vinegar Hill Youth Theater, I believe, exists to expose our young people in the program to the theater arts, to not only the performing side of theater, but to learn and to experience firsthand from other professionals working here this summer at the Arundel Barn Playhouse what it takes to put on a show.
Have you seen a beautiful young woman in a ball gown pass through?
I don't think so, sir.
I think I see her. Over there.
I'm learning about all aspects of theater, not just performing, but things like what goes into the lighting and what happens backstage, and the costuming, and working the box office, and just an all-around really good learning experience for me and for the rest of the people in the youth program.
You, Cinderella, the festival, you should go to the festival, the King's Festival!
For a long time, I have thought that I would like to fulfill my dream of having a theater. And I retired, and this is retirement. And I am working an 18-hour day in a converted 1888 barn, converted to a theater. Very luckily found a wonderful area here in Arundel, and more fortunately found excellent craftsmen and barn builders and barn restorers, carpenters, electricians, who felt the romance of my dream and were willing to come here daily and help me to build a theater.
I think one of the challenges working in this space with these young people on Into the Woods Junior are dealing with the acoustics. We don't have any amplification for this production, so the audience gets to hear the glorious, unamplified human voice. And my job is working really hard at creating just the right balance at the piano and with the other musicians, and making sure that every syllable of these Sondheim lyrics is heard and understood.
Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journey. Into the woods to see the king, to get the bush to see, to scout, to get to ring, to make, to live, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods without a home.
The joys of working with these young people are numerous. They're so talented. It's just amazing. Vocally, we've got some incredible singers.
At home, I feel we'd stay the same forever. We want more, we have none, we've got three. We need one. It is.
My mother knew Ed Reichert from before, and so he told her all about this and all about the intern program, and I thought it was, the greatest idea because I really wanted to get some good musical theater in. So I began here as an intern, and then I auditioned for Into the Woods through that.
It's a very nice ball. And when I entered, they trumpeted. And the prince. Oh, the prince. Yes, the prince is tall.
I think one of the challenges working on this this production of Into the Woods, is the fact that it's being rehearsed in the context of this professional summer season, whereby we only have 10 to 12 days of rehearsal. And since most of the cast members are between the ages of 14 and 24, very few of them have that experience of only having 2 weeks to learn a role, to rehearse it, and get it ready to perform.
So, there's no more fuss and there's no more scenes. My garden thrives, you should see my nectarines. But I'm telling you the same I tell kings and queens. Don't ever, ever, ever mess around with my greens. Especially the beans.
One of the things that we emphasize here at the Arundel Barn Playhouse that we pass on to the Vinegar Hill Youth Theater apprentices is the value of the audience. And that we're not just here to do plays, but we are here to invite people to share the art form with us. And so that's a big part of what we try to teach them.
The audiences here and the people in the community are just wild with excitement that the theater is here. The reaction has been phenomenal, I think. The people are very happy. They're very excited. And I think with the production of Into the Woods and the number of young people from the area that are in it, that's going to make them even more excited.
Agony, all the torture they teach.
For the future of the Arundel Barn Playhouse, to continue to make wise decisions, and for the Vinegar Hill Youth Theater to one day have that young person write or call and say, you made a difference in my life, whether it's that they're a good mother or a good father because of it, or whether they're in Hollywood, or whether they are, you know, someone who renovated a barn, or someone who started a black box theater, you know, in Portland, or whatever it was that they wanted to do, that we helped them to know they could do it.
Now, you can certainly see that there's some well-prepared actors and actresses there at the Arundel Barn Playhouse. They've been taught well, but there's still really no better teacher than getting out there on stage in front of a live audience to see what works and what doesn't. And, you know, in the world of education, that's called application-based learning. And that concept has been at the core of Science Source's products for years. Here's Rudy Graff, the president. Hi, Rudy.
Hi, Lou.